Hey guys, this is Matt with BleepinJeep.com. Today I'd like to share with you how I trailer my vehicle. It's pretty safe and quick, and we'll get right to it. But first let me tell you about my website, BleepinJeep.com. We've got a lot of how-to videos, and we've got the best off-road videos on YouTube, all filtered for you, none of the boring stuff. So go check it out, BleepinJeep.com. Alright, so if you're like me, you hate straps. I hate straps, and they always get tangled and messed up. So I don't use straps to tow my vehicle, I use chains. And it's pretty quick and safe. I'm not saying it's the best way or the right way, but it's the way I do it. So check it out. Alright, so the first thing you'll need is, I guess you'll need a truck first. And then the second thing you'll need is a trailer, a double axle trailer. And there's a few optional accessories. If you're building a trailer, you might want to add on, and I'll show you those now. So the first thing you'll want to have is some D-rings. D-rings are really going to help whenever you go to tie down your trailer. You'll want something to tie to. On the front, it wasn't that necessary for me to have because I've got this bar, but I really like using the D-ring a lot better. You'll definitely want some on the back so you don't have to attach to just the edge of the trailer. The toolbox comes in real handy so you can store all of your chains and straps and whatever you might have. Once you get everything set up the way you want it, I like to have a pair of chocks to put in front and behind the front tire of the vehicle. It helps for you to know exactly where your weight management is. And something I've added to my trailer is a little foot. This helps the trailer from rising up in the front whenever you pull the Jeep on. If you don't have this, you can use ramps. Otherwise, your truck's going to lift up whenever you pull up on the trailer. Okay, so let's pull up on it. Okay, so now you want to figure out where you want all that weight on your trailer. If you pulled up too far forward, your truck is going to look like this, and you're going to have a lot of problems going down the road with the trailer weaving back and forth, and your truck's going to get squirrely. If you're too far back on the trailer, your truck's going to look something like this, and it could get really dangerous because the trailer will be pulling up on the back of your truck, and the tires could not even touch the ground in some cases. What you want is even distribution of weight over the two axles, and in my case it looks something like this. That'll give you the best ride, and it will be the safest. So for me it's all about speed. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. First I'm going to drive up, touch my tires to these front chocks, and then I'm going to attach some chains to my bumper. You want 4 attachment points every time you trailer your vehicle. Anything less than that is unsafe. Okay, so what I've done is measured a length of chain. I've got a clip on here that's sufficient enough to hold the weight. I pulled my vehicle far enough forward that I can get the chain on, and once I get it all hooked up, then I just back it up to the stop, and it sucks the Jeep down tight and it can't go anywhere. Like I said, you always want to have 4 points of attachment, and depending on how you like it, some people like to hook it to the frame, some people like to hook it to the axles. If you hook it to the axles, you're going to have body roll when you go around the corners. And if you hook it to the frame and you're not using chains, or let's say if you just have a hook around something and you hook it to the frame, you hit a bump, your springs compress and that hook will come off. So you want to make sure that whatever you have on here is connected in a way that it can't come off no matter how much your truck moves around. In my case, I like to do both. I like to attach to the frame up front as we did a minute ago, and now I'm going to attach to the axle back here. That way I get the best of both worlds. This is pretty secure for me because I've got leaf springs in the rear. There's not a lot of body roll back here, so I can safely attach to the axle without the Jeep moving around on me. So when you're attaching the axle to the axle, you want to make sure that you don't pinch any of the brake lines here. So we're going to route the chain around the brake lines. And I'll just attach the chain onto itself. And now I'm going to take this hand winch. You can get these for about $25. And you just attach this down at the bottom here. And attach this in the middle. There we go. Now you're going to do the same on the other side. And once you do the other side, this one might loosen up, so you want to come back and check it. I like to make sure that this bar is coming down. It gives you a little more leverage than if you're trying to push it up into here. And after you do that, you can take this, wrap it around, and clip it on here for extra safety. That way it can't open up on you while you're driving down the road. Okay, now it's on there, tight as can be. I've got 4 attachment points. 2 to the frame, 2 to the axle, and the weight is evenly distributed, and we're ready to roll. Before I go, let me show you one more tip. If I'm ever loading on concrete, I like to make sure that the parking brake is on for sure, that I'm in 4-wheel drive. And another tip, if you get one of these little clips, 99 cents from the hardware store, you can put that on your brake controller while you're loading and unloading, and that'll hold the brakes on the trailer and save you a lot of transmission hassles in the future. Okay, once again, thanks for watching. This is Matt with BleepinJeep.com. Please check out my website, BleepinJeep.com, for all the best off-road videos on YouTube, all in one spot, and none of the boring stuff. If you have any comments or questions, leave those below and subscribe right there. Thanks a bunch.